Hi my dears, and welcome to your timeless message just before the sun is completely gone. Let me see if you guys can see somewhat the beautiful sunset. It's completely pink right now. Let me place you guys down. There we go. The card that came out as I was shuffling here was the education card. So I think you're trying to learn something, right? Educate yourself on something. And what could that be? This card, okay. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. What an interesting place to be in. The Seven of Pentacles is about you being persistent in your work. You continuing to put in a lot of effort, and then it almost getting to a place of fruition. You're waiting on these fruits of your labors to come in. This being in reverse, the first thing that came into my mind was this idea of educating yourself on how to materialize your harvest. How can you get things to happen in the material world from where you are now? You know, things that have not yet materialized, you're asking about, how can I do this? Okay, what is the thing that the collective wants to materialize? The Three of Swords and the Emperor. Wow. Oh my. Wow. You're trying to win over and to be the ruler of your own pain, of your own heartache. The Three of Swords is traditionally the heartbreak card. But the coming out here with the Emperor, I think you're kind of really trying to see in the material world something come in that is in connection to you overcoming pain, to you overcoming potentially even a breakup here for some of you. But I am sensing this is such a deep thing happening. The Emperor speaks on major themes of your life. So I really think this is a major thing that you're working on when it comes to your own belief in yourself, to your trust in yourself, and to your ability to take care of yourself. The Seven of Swords, trickery. There was some trickery that happened, some fogginess, something that left you having lost out on something, right? I really feel there's a deception. Maybe you're trying to understand the deception that happened to you. Maybe you're starting to see the deception that you've done towards yourself and how you were seeing yourself as maybe someone who doesn't have the power. The Ten of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands. Yeah. You thought you were done for it. You thought you couldn't do it. The Ten of Wands is someone who's carrying so much on their back. And here coming out in reverse, I don't think you thought you were able to do this. I don't think you thought you could actually overcome what you needed to overcome. Get to this Emperor point. Be the one in charge. But yet you were victorious. The Four of Wands. You've reached a threshold within that. Maybe you're not fully yet at a place where you see, yes, I am in my Emperor energy. I am doing what is necessary to take care of who needs to be taken care of and what needs taken care of. You may be not fully in that yet, but you are heading towards it, and you've reached a threshold within your journey. A threshold that is allowing for some sort of stabilizing in your life. And what is stabilizing? This card has been turned upside down since the beginning. It also came out. A message of forgiveness. What is stabilizing within you is a version of you that is acceptant of the past, that has integrated pain, that has gotten to a place of forgiveness for yourself, for others. Remember the trickery. It's like you have released the animosity towards whatever situation you have felt. You have felt a betrayal, a pain towards. Yeah. And you're just growing. You're on this path of growth. I see this here with the education. The education shows curiosity, shows intelligence. It shows you're interested in trying to expand where you are, trying to leave this plane with more knowledge that you came with. Okay. We're going to finish the reading, please, because it is getting dark now, is it not? We're meant to get some cards on that one. All right. But here one too. Okay. What is coming out on this one? 3. Okay. Hope you guys can see me okay. I forgot to put in my contacts today because I can't see you. So we will see when I'm editing how good this turns out. By the way, I've been filming so much that I haven't like uploaded, just because I don't know, man, things have been weird. How are you doing? But I've been feeling weird. I've just been having so much more resistance in expression. Maybe you guys been feeling that. I always love to hear from you, and love to hear where you guys are on your journeys. And I see my work as like, I'm just an assistant to like whatever you're doing, like the path you're going on, and you are like the hero and I'm just like the sidekick trying to like cheer you on. At least that's what I want to be for as many people as possible, and I hope that everyone then that can do that for everyone around them as well, or the people that deserve it. Hey, remember we were talking about the people pleasing, so finding the balance or the conscientiousness to where you put your energy in, where you are helping people, where you are giving yourself up for the sake of someone else, but doing that to the people that deserve it, so you don't end up empty-handed. The emperor knows this. If the emperor is ruling, remember the emperor? The emperor is ruling his own kingdom, okay? If he is not conscious of the people's needs, you know, he's gonna just pour into one thing and then have not enough for everyone else, for example, or just care about himself. Now the Emperor's New Groove is coming up in my head. Maybe worth a watch. That's always such a feel-good movie, and I think it has a really beautiful message, right? The message of what is actually important in life. What is important to you in this life? Is it the material? Remember, we were talking about this. The material aspect, trying to materialize something in your life. It is not about the material. That is what the message of the movie is as well. It is not about the material. There is things that are so much more precious and valuable. And it's like the first layer of the onion to just care about the material in this life. It's not going to get you very far. And you might be full of assets and financially really well off. But I would argue that your soul and your cups, your emotions, probably a bit disregarded. And the mind and the spiritual as well. These are the 4 pillars that make the human experience, at least in the understanding of the esoteric realm. Okay. I am talking so much today, babbling about. I instantly feel lighter. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or the one before. I have to be honest, because I'm just recording 2 at once, trying to get a bit more content done at once, because personally I've just been feeling anxious about recording and anxious about being on camera. It's been a long journey for me to be able to do it, and I struggle every time I do it, and so I'm trying to get more stuff out. Maybe this is a message for you too, to kind of try and make as much as you can of yourself and your energy when you have it, and allow yourself the space to not necessarily put this pressure of where your value lies in this consistency, yes, but in the outcome of what you make and what you create or what you put out into this world, how much you can show up for yourself and for others. There has to be a bit of empathy there and a bit of leeway. So you can thrive long term. You might have periods where you can't do a lot of stuff, but that's okay, because you are making the space, if you use your time wisely, of course, to get to a place where you can do it again. Okay, now this is going to be your guidance, and the 3 messages that came out that I've been holding on to as the sun is setting is the Ace of Cups, the Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's exactly confirming what we already talking about. The Temperance card is a major theme in your life. It's the message of balancing. Finding balance in your life, finding the ebb and flow. Exactly what we're saying. Exactly what we're saying. The Ace of Cups, speaking on your emotions. A new way of looking into your emotions, dealing with your emotions, approaching them. And with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, another reminder. Don't be too fixed on the material. Because it is not about the material, and that is what you're learning. It is not about the material. Keep pouring into your cups, into your emotions, into fulfilling, into healing whatever wounds you have in the emotional realm, right? I think that is really the next step. Through healing the emotions, that is going to allow you to materialize. There is layers to the onion, okay? The material is the one that comes the slowest to us. So we have to make sure that we get the other layers so we can eventually reach that as well. All right, my dears, that's going to be it. If you are interested in a personal reading, you still can get 20% off during the holidays if you use the code that is in the description or in the comments. You can check. And I hope to see you there. And if I don't, I wish you the happiest of holidays. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.